lovelies! It's your girl Megan, back at you with another video. Finally. I know, I've been gone for quite a while. I think 5-6 months? Something like that. I figured it was time to come back and give you guys another makeup tutorial. It's been a while. I think it's been like a year since my last makeup tutorial. So I figured I would do an updated one and you can see what I do differently now as opposed to before. Kind of compare the two. I don't know. Maybe it's fun. Honestly, tonight, I'm just gonna waste a bunch of makeup. It is 5:30 in the evening. I am not leaving the house, but I'm just gonna do some makeup. So let's get started. I'm gonna start off with priming my face using the NYX Prime Set Refresh spray, and I'm just gonna spray it on my face. So I'm gonna start on my brows. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil in the shade Taupe. One thing that I do now that I didn't do before is I try and get my eyebrows to be sisters. I know that my face is very asymmetrical, so this eyebrow is much higher than this one. You can see that. But with the power of makeup, I can make them a little closer to looking like relatives. Maybe it's like cousin and person. Like this eyebrow's cousin. It doesn't have to be sisters, but as long as they're like in the same family, like they have some sort of shared blood in between them, it's always good. Yeah, usually I'll try and lower this eyebrow so that it's at the same level as this one. And sometimes I'll make this eyebrow a little higher. But yeah, little details like that I pay attention to now. I feel like I'm growing. So now I'm gonna conceal my eyebrows using a tiny little brush like this, and then my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Vanilla. And honestly, I should go down back to Chantilly, which is what I was using before, but I got this during the summer and I don't want to waste it. So this concealer basically perfectly matches my skin tone, which is not great. This eyebrow is looking a little wonky, I'm not gonna lie, but I'll fix that later. So I'm gonna go back in, fix up this eyebrow. I just want the tail to be a little less like, and more like, yeah. I'm gonna blend in the concealer using my finger. Now I'm gonna get started on foundation, and the foundation that I'm using right now is the Stay Naked by Urban Decay. And honestly, it's a really good foundation. I just use 2 pumps and that covers my face like so good. And I just do like sections of my face at a time. And I'm using one of these like little confetti brushes from Sephora just to blend that in. And the other side. And I just go onto my forehead. Down my nose. And I have to be very careful around my nose because nose makeup comes off pretty easily for me. So I have to be very gentle just to tap it in so it blends, but it doesn't come off. And then my chin and upper lip. It's kind of what I do last. I don't know why. It's just always in that order. Never anything different. I give myself a little goatee and then just blend it in. And then with whatever is left, I kind of go like half and half. I'll go over my cheeks a little bit, give it some extra coverage. So now I'm gonna start on my eyes, and the way that I start on my eyes is I prime them using my concealer. I just put them on that same brush and just put a little bit on and then blend that in. So for the eye look that I'm doing today, I'm gonna do something like really out of the box, just because why not? I'm not leaving the house. I'm just kind of fooling around right now. So I'm gonna do a rainbow. I'm gonna use my Morphe 35B palette. You know, we got some nice colors going on. So the brush that I'm using for all of the different colors is this one. It's a little Morphe brush. It's like I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a pencil brush, but it's not a pencil brush. It's a little more fluffy, but it's just very small. Anyways, that's the brush that I'm using. I'm just cleaning them in between colors. So the color that we're starting with on the inner corner of my eye is this green color right here. And then just kind of pop that where your crease is. Doesn't have to be like a big section, it's just gonna be on the inner corner of your eye, just like this. Now that the green is done, I'm gonna dip into some yellow. I'm using this yellow shade in the bottom corner on the same brush, and then putting that right next to the green. And since yellow is so like pale, I kind of pack on the yellow a little bit, and also be sure to blend it in with the green as well. Like you want it to be like a gradient. All right, now that the yellow's done, I'm gonna go in with the orange, and that's just this one right here that I'm using, and then put that right beside the yellow. Just in small sections as you go along your eye, and making sure that you blend it in with the color next to it. So now that I'm done with orange, I'm gonna go in with red, which is the color right above the orange that I used. Go right beside the orange. It looks like I have a gummy worm on my eyes. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of hilarious. I don't know why I'm seeing that. Looks like I have two sets of eyebrows, but like one is just more fun. Anyways, I'm gonna dip into the pink now, which is this one right here. And then I'm gonna put this right kind of like this. And it's gonna be like a little hoop that goes from the outer corner of your eye up into the red. And then one of the last colors, it's not the complete last color, but it's one of them. I'm gonna dip into the purple, and I'm gonna use this shade right here. And this is gonna go on the inner corner inside of the rainbow. And you're gonna blend that in with the pink and a little bit into the red. And just do your best to blend it in with the pink. It doesn't have to be perfect. We can always touch it up after. So now I'm going to cut the crease, and that is a mission and a half. So just try your best. Just use a little concealer brush and your concealer, and then just kind of go at it. I'm only cutting it about halfway, so just until the purple there. So for this look, I like to set the concealer using white powder, just like white eyeshadow. I don't know why I said powder. I'm just gonna use a little flat packing brush, dip into some white. I have a little white shade right here. And then I kind of like to pat over the concealer just to flatten it out, and then pop on the powder. So this is what it looks like with the white powder over top of it, and this is just normal. You can see there's a little bit of a difference. I just think that it makes the colors pop a little bit more. That's why I like doing the white powder. So this is when I like to go back into the colors with that same brush that we were using, and then just kind of try and blend them out as nice as possible. So sometimes I'll dip back into that color and then put a little bit more on, make it really bold, but at the same time nice and blended. And with the purple, it's important to blend it into the cut crease concealer. You know, it's a good idea to blend that into it so it looks seamless, and then just try and blend it into the pink as well as you can. When you get to the colors that are over your cut crease, just make sure that you're very careful and you don't want to go over the concealer because we've just cut it. You know, you want to keep it nice and sharp. So just try and avoid that as much as possible. If you get a little over it, that's no big problem. Like, it's not going to be noticeable from afar. So don't worry too much, but just do what you can. And then make sure that you're blending it upwards because you want it to look nice and blended. You don't want it to be a harsh color there. Alright, so now that I've gone over all of the colors and made sure that they're all nicely blended and just coming together all smooth, this is where my routine gets a little confusing. So I go in with the concealer, and then I set my face, I do my lashes and all that, and then when I'm done all that, then I do the under eye stuff. So just remember that. I'm gonna keep doing my actual routine, and if you want to just skip to that part, I'll put a timestamp in and you can go see it. With all that said, I'm gonna go in with my concealer using a brush, the same brush I use for my foundation. Just put your concealer in all the places that you normally would. So under your eye, on your forehead, covering up any blemishes that you may have. I have quite a bit, so this takes a little bit of time for me. I have to go over every single one. That's what I do at least. And then I do my nose. And then I'm using the same brush that I use for my foundation just to blend it in. When it comes to the outer part of my eye, I just drag my brush upwards using very small movements because I don't want it to come out streaky or anything. So be mindful of that. So I believe now that that is done, I can set that. And I'm using my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I'm just using this little brush that I got from Sephora and just kind of tapping a little off, and then pressing that in. I didn't blend my nose. I'm an idiot. So we figured that out. Just gonna set it, and also my smile lines because those come back to bite ya, I swear. So now that I have the powder on my face, I'm gonna go in with some eyeliner. I'm not gonna do a huge amount, I'm just gonna put it along my lash line. So when I put my lashes on, it just looks seamless. So just a thin amount. Then curling my lashes, putting on my mascara. Usually whenever I'm putting on my fake lashes, while they're drying, I'll wipe off the powder that's on my face because by then it'd have been there for about 5 minutes or so, which is usually how long you'd leave it on for. Some people leave it on longer, some people shorter. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my lashes now and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my lashes on. I'm looking very pale right now. That's just the camera. I mean, I am very pale, but I'm not that pale. You know what I mean. I have my lashes on, and so we're gonna keep going with the rest of this eyeshadow look. I'll be using the same brush as I was using before, and I'll dip into this blue shade right here. I'm just gonna put that underneath my eyes. Alright, so now that that's done, that concludes the eyeshadow. Now I just have to pop on some lower lash mascara just to complete the look. I'm also gonna blend in my lashes with the fake lashes. It's always helpful. Alright, so my eyes are done. I'm gonna start bronzing my face, and I'm using my Too Faced bronzer. I don't know what shade it is. And a technique that I know is always swipe up when you're doing your bronzer. So instead of going down, you go up. And then I do the temples. And then I also drag it into the middle of my forehead. And I do have a big forehead, so I like to try and trim it down a little. Then I'm gonna do some nose contour using a little brush like this, and then just going at it. So my nose is all snatched now. I'm gonna go straight into highlight because I actually don't have blush at the moment. I just ran out. It's really unfortunate. So instead, I'm gonna go into the Anastasia highlighting kit. And I think I'm gonna go with Dawn Drop, which gives this really pretty pink hue. So I'm just gonna put that where I'm highlighting. So that's kind of like my blush now. It's just shiny. Putting that on the upper part of my cheek. I'm watching myself go so white on camera. It's hilarious. So funny. I'm totally laughing right now. But yeah, upper part of my cheek, and then I do it above my eyebrows too. It's like if the sun hits you, usually it would hit like up here and up here. I also do a bit on the tip of my nose and in like the top part of my nose. Lipstick is usually what I would do next. I'm going to use this lipstick pencil thing, and I'm just gonna line my lips, and then I'm gonna put this on the inside of my lips. I don't know why I'm putting this on so weird. And then I'm gonna put this on my hand again, and then tap into it. And then pop that on the inside of my lips just like that. Oh my god, this is so bad. What am I doing? It's all the way down my finger, that's why. Oh, I'm an idiot. Alright, well, I'm gonna clean this up, and then I'll get back to you when I'm finished. So I did what I could with my lipstick, and this is the final result. Here you have it, a full face of makeup. at about 7 p.m. Don't know why I did it, but who's complaining? I look cute. At least I think I look cute. I'm gonna let my hair down actually. Maybe that'll make it look a little bit more cute. They say that these are supposed to be better for your hair, but I'm not seeing it. What is... So here is the final result. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty darn good. I mean, just all of the colors, and they all just blend perfectly together. Maybe that's just me looking at it. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments. That is going to conclude today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching all the way through to this point. I'm shocked that you're still here, to be honest. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.